Hey, hi all, hi all, hi all. Hi everybody. What is going on, eh? Bit of an impromptu live stream. I just thought, well, you know, what the hell? I got stuff to do. You know, what am I going to do? Am I going to sit here and just do radio stuff and not let you guys have a look? Or am I going to record it and put a video out? I ain't got time for that. At the moment, this week, I've got no time to record any videos. I'm up to neck, up to here at the moment. So I just thought, whoa, what the hell? Let's push the live button. Let's get it on. Because I've got basically it's just a quickie. It's just a test, you know. See if people are into it. I know it's a bit of an awkward time for a lot of you because you know, people are at work, etc., etc. And I'm working from home today, so I thought, you know, sod it. Let's go live. Let's have a look at this radio. So I've got a radio in basically from a customer. I've been conversing with this chap since I think November, and he wants me to do an R707 for him. But oh, hang on, impromptu, hang on. Tell them I'm close. Well, I'm back. Sorry, that's Mrs. Cruncher. She's not aware that I've gone live. She's at work at the moment. She's not aware that I've gone live. I thought I would surprise you all though anyway. So, yeah, basically that's the radio that's in for repair. And it's got a bit of a story with it as well. So we'll get into that in a minute. Let's catch up with the chat. See who we got in. We've got Andy Beck, who popped in. He was first in today, followed quickly by George. And we got Victor, Northern Rambler, Stephen Devereux. Hi, Steve. Stephen. And Rob Titheridge. Yeah, it's a bit strange to see me on a Tuesday, isn't it? But, you know, everybody seemed to like it when I came on every day over Christmas. So I thought, wow, it won't hurt, will it? Hacker Sovereign, your mate has one in white. Well, this is this one's in a bit of disguise. This one is ZX, and welcome. Hi, Linton. Tell them you are close. I'm not really sure. No mods today, we can play. There we are. Paul's in the room. Hi, Paul, how are you? Well, yeah, so that's the story, basically. That's the story. So I've got stuff to do, and I thought, well, save me recording it. I'll just bring you in, and you can come in with me. I should be closed. I should be closed. Hi, Dave, how are you? So again, it's not going to suit everybody, people at work, that sort of thing. So apologies, but obviously it will be available for you all to view later. It's not going to be a huge long marathon session. I always say that, don't I? It never happens. It's just, as I say, obviously I've got to cook tea, and Mrs. Cruncher will be home, and all the rest of it. So I just thought I'd pop on and let you join me while I was working on something, or potentially working on something, I don't know. So this radio then, this radio, if I can get it on the screen, there we are. Is that a bit bright? No, that's probably right. I'm probably dark, I expect. No, that is a bit, that is a bit bright actually. That's only because I got the light down low. Let's just pop the aperture down a little bit. Darken it down a bit. There we are. So this is not what it seems. I don't know if anybody can tell what radio it is. It is not what it seems, people. So I think somebody mentioned Sovereign just now. I think that was ZX. Hacker Sovereign, your mate has one in white. Well, he hasn't got one of these in white because they never made them in white. His mate's got a Hacker Sovereign with a bad speaker. Right. Can you use the loo? Yes, you can, ZX. Export. And what's the other thing you put on there? I can't see what that is now. Oh, X. No, it's not an export. It's not an export. It's more of a Frankenstein, actually. So this is Anthony's radio. So Anthony, if you're watching, this is your radio, mate. He might not be watching, but I'm sure he will watch it after the effect. And I've got water today. No beer today. Another beer-free day. So yes, anybody sussed which one it is yet then? Another old radio, just another old radio. RP10 in a Sovereign case, no. No. No, 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 no. No ideas? How about now? Let's just come out a little bit. Now can you guess? Yes, it's an RP18. And what chap's done is he's popped his own, let's get that light out of the shot actually. He's popped some white Sovereign 2 knobs on it. If we go over the other side, you can see that he's actually painted the stripe red, which, I mean, it actually looks not too bad. Not my sort of thing, but it actually don't look too bad. It sort of like blends in with the red on the dial. I don't know what you think, but you know, that's where we are with it. It was easy to catch you out, ZX, to be fair, because as I say, these have got the old chrome tops knobs on them. Have I got any here? Got a chrome top on it? Yeah, there we are. So the correct knob for it is one of these. That's what it should have. If I show that beside it, there's quite a difference actually. Let's stick that on the overhead camera for you. So that's what it should have on it. Those, and the similar for the tone controls. But the chap had these, he's put them on and he actually prefers them, so fair play. So the story behind this one then. The story behind this, basically, this is the guy's pride and joy. I think he was after one for quite some time. Is that camera slipping down again? It's got a mind of its own, this camera. Yeah, so this is the guy's pride and joy, and he sent it off to a guy that fixes all his hi-fi gear. So he sent it off to a hi-fi repair guy, and the hi-fi chap, I'm blowing my picture out now, the hi-fi chap took quite a long time with it, and he's basically got it going. It wasn't working. He's got it going, but it's gone dark again now. He's got it going, but I think before it packed up, the guy loved the thing. It was amazing, the tonal qualities. I mean, he's gone into great depth describing to me what it was like prior to it failing. Then all of a sudden one day it packed up. He sent it off. Hi-fi guys had it for quite some time. Spent ages and ages repairing it, literally hours and hours repairing the thing. Got it going, sent it back, and now he's not happy with what it sounds like. I think he's lost confidence in the guy that repaired it. So he sent it out to me to start with, to have a listen to it and see what I think, really. See if because obviously I've had a hell of a lot of RP18s through here. So really to see what I think and how it compares to the ones I've heard before. And you all know the RP18 is one of my favourite radios. They sound amazing. He says it's really thin, the bass is all really wobbly and horrible. I think he said it's very bass heavy. I'd noticed the controls seem to be upside down, but of course it's yeah, they are upside down because he's got the wrong knobs on it. But you know, there we go. So that's where I am with it. And all I've done at the moment is just had a look inside to see what's been done. So we'll have a look inside in a minute. Afternoon there, Keith. How are you? I'm going to pop the other light on because it's really dark in here. The only problem is this camera here doesn't like it because I've got it on manual and the white balance is wrong. So it's going to make everything look a bit yellowy. In this camera anyway. I'm going to be yellow. But I'll switch over to this one. I'll switch over to the webcam. Well, I thought I would switch over to the webcam. Yeah, now I'm looking really blue now. You can't wink, can you? Anyway, so let's have a look inside it then. So, I mean, as far as the outside's concerned, it's in great condition. Obviously we've got the wrong knobs, but that's how he wants it. The top looks like it's been polished. It's really sparkly. Back we have got the old, you can see that, the old broken grill there. That's just hanging on by a thread. Looks like someone's tried to glue it, but that really needs to come off and be done properly. Just fairly major surgery on these. So in the back, let me get you in a bit closer a minute. I'm just kicking over the beer bottles now, because this gets a bit interesting for those that are into this sort of stuff. So let's go down to the bottom first and look at the amplifier board. Hopefully you can all see that. Which way am I? I need to come that way a fraction. Amplifier board then. How can the hi-fi man not repair it properly? I don't know, ZX. I mean, he may have repaired it properly, because what I can see that's been done in here looks to have been done pretty good, to be fair. You know, I'm not going to knock his work, because at the end of the day, he's managed to get it going. And for somebody that doesn't work on this sort of kit, being faced with an RP18, which is one of the most difficult ones to sort, actually, of the hackers, purely because it's got so many damn AF114s and 117s in it. Right, so this board, at first glance, I thought, that's strange. He's had it in for repair and he hasn't recapped it. I thought, yeah, he's had it in for repair and he's not recapped it, which I thought was a bit strange. You know, why wouldn't you recap the amp board? Because these are old radios. These are old radios. So I started having a look around, and if I pop the 5-pin plug out there, you'll notice these two little guys in here. Hey, that don't look right. Sure enough, we've got two 470 NK at 63 volts in there. So he has worked on the amp board. And then I don't know if this is right. Now let me see, I've got one of these amp boards here somewhere. I did have here the other day anyway, definitely, unless I tidied it up. Bear with me. Let me see if I can find the other amp boards. You have tidied them up, Graham, haven't you? And when I say tidying up, I don't mean tidying them up like you put them tidily. I've just moved them somewhere else. Right, here we are. Here we are. So here is an original board. Let's just get you down a bit. Zoom out. So you can see that this is the same, but I'm wondering these oh, hang on. Whoa, that one's wibbly. He's wibbly wobbly. That one feels like, yeah, he's got a broken trace or something. That one's not very well. So I think this has been changed, this one, because it would have had either something like that, or there's another one here, something like that. These are both out of our RP18s. I haven't refurbed either of these. So yeah, that one's a Philips, and it's actually got Philips written on it. I don't think back in the day they had that. So I'll say these are 47 nanofarad. It's a 0.47. Is that right? I've got to get my chart out now. I've got to get my chart that Doug gave me. 47 47. Yeah, I think that is right. 47. Oh, 470N. .470 nanofarads, 0.47. So that is right, 0.47. I don't know why he's changed it. I've never ever had one of those go. And the other one in the back, I think, is the same, isn't it? Or was that a different one? Yeah, so they are correct. They are correct, but they've been changed for some reason. This one's obviously got a broken trace or something going on. And I don't think these ones with the orange and red wires on, I don't think that's standard either. You know, this one's got these sort of aluminium caps on it, and there's no sheathing on those. I very much doubt whether the quiescent current or the bias has been done, George, but really, as long as he hasn't changed the outputs, he shouldn't need to worry too much about that, but we're definitely going to have to check it. So again, we've got a resistor down there that doesn't look quite right. Lots of things. So I was going to power it up, but now I've spotted this one. Now I've spotted the wibbly wobbly one. This one here. There's definitely a trace of something gone there. Oh, I don't know what's going on with that. Let's just sort my camera out here. That's gone way too bright now. Don't know what's going on with that anyway. The loose cap is a speaker coupling cap, so that's not good, is it, ZX? So let's have a look further into the radio. Let's go over to the FM IF board then to start with, which you can see lurking in there. See if it will zoom a little bit closer. Okay. So again, really, you can see we've got new transistors. And there's 4 on this board, and they're all been changed. Again, he's left all the old capacitors in it. Again, he may be of the school of if it ain't broke, don't fix it, and left them in. We may well have taken the trouble of taking them all out and testing them. I don't know. As I say, it's always fun and games when you're getting something in that's already been done. So let's, I think there's anything else we can see really there. So you can see the top of the board there. So if we go over to the AM section, so we've got a Gawler tuner up there, which is pretty much, you don't ever touch that really. There's nothing much you can do in that one. So come over to the AM side. If it will focus in there, will it? Yeah, there we go. So it's focusing on the wires here, but if we get those out of the way a minute. So you can just about see peeping underneath here, again, a brand new transistor. And again, this board has had new transistors, but if I can tilt it a bit so you can see a bit better. Whee. So you can see here, we've suddenly started seeing some new capacitors, look. One there. And if we go down to the bottom of the board, it looks like we've got a new resistor possibly in here. Now that could be a new capacitor, I don't know, because they still make them in that colour. But we've definitely got a new one down the bottom there. And that's it's usually got one of them alka mode things in there, so that would have had to have been done. So he's got that, definitely. So there we are. That's what's been done that I can see. There's going to be lots of things that have been done that we can't see. But at the moment, it's not looking too bad, although we have got that... Where am I going? We have got that dry joint. Not dry joint, we've got that broken trace by the looks of it. So say I was going to just fire that up, but we've got a loose nut as well, look. Let's have a look. Let's just loosen that off. So yeah, we'll have a look over this. I want to fire it up really and give the guy a bit of feedback on it first before we start doing any major work on it. I know he wants it done because it's his pride and joy, so we'll do our best. This webcam is doing some weird... Was it that light blowing me out? No, I don't know. Oh well. I'll go picture in picture on the webcam, look, so you can see my ugly mug as well. That's what we're doing, Paul. It's the amp is coming out, mate. Fire or sort it, George. I'm just popping the amp board out now. That's the plan. So it's not really screwed in properly anyway. So let's just pop that one to one side for a minute. And we'll get you on the overhead cam. We can have a good look at this then. Right. Let's get me out of the picture a minute. Let's get the overhead cam in the shot. So there we are, top view. Let's get in a little bit closer. Should all be able to see that, hopefully. So before we have a look at the underside, let's have a look at it on from the top, because I haven't seen this far into it. So yeah, these have definitely been changed. I think that's been changed, the wobbler. That one's been changed. Still wobbly. Let's put the light on, make it any better. Yeah, it's a bit brighter. Has that been moved? The slider for the quiescent current doesn't look like it's been moved, but it's difficult to see from this angle. Transistors look original. That link doesn't look like it's been moved at all. That's the link for the quiescent current setting, so it doesn't look like the quiescent current's been done on it. That could certainly cause some issues. But as I say, I'm not sure on this insulation on the capacitor legs. I have seen it in radios before, but I can't remember seeing it in a RP18. Yeah, you say that, George, but if we look at one of the other boards here, we look at another RP18 board there, you know, these are non-polarized caps, they're just poly caps, so they don't need to be polarized. So why they've got them polarized on the board, I don't know. So this is a spare board, and I don't know if this works or not. Unlikely, because it's got this whacking great TCC outcome mode stuck in the middle of it, and these dallies. So I wouldn't plug this one in. So there we are. So a bit of an angled view at it. So let's see what's lurking underneath. Oh dear. What's going on here? So where's that dodgy cap? Okay. So that's not can you see that? It might be slightly out of focus because that is a bit higher. Right. Where are we? There. Okay, so there's some fairly nasty stuff underneath here, but not majorly nasty. So obviously this is the leg of that cap. So I'm just going to pop this soldering on because I'm just going to bridge that across for now. We've got a bridge in here for some reason. What on earth is that? I don't know what's going on with that. Oh, okay. Yeah, what's happened is he's bent the leg across from that cap. It's come through, and instead of cutting it off, he's gone right across. It may be that trace there's lifted as well. But that one is definitely lifted. Look at the state of that. Yeah, that is actually broken off the board, that one. If you can see that or not, let's get the light down a bit closer. Yeah, the board's actually broken there, so that might be all that the issue is. That might be it, people. That might be it. So I don't know why he's gone across with that one like that. I don't know why he's done that. Oh yeah, it is a broken board. So that trace is lifted as well. I can see it moving around now. I can see that we're on. Let's just make it a little bit brighter. Goes from one extreme to the other, this camera. So yeah, it's definitely moving there, so that trace is lifted as well. I could try super gluing it down before I bridge it across, or I don't know if you can see in underneath there. If I just, yeah, not really. But what he's done is he's this cap is not sat flush on the board. I think we'll take it out. We'll take it out. I don't like it. So it's a 470 microfarad. I believe that's right. There's a 500 microfarad in this one, so 470 is going to be closest. But say that's just too floppy, really. That's going to cause a bit of resonance, definitely. It is unfortunately, George, going to be wiring it across. but I'm going to try and redo it, make it a bit nicer. Because I don't know if you can see that, what they call a botch wire there, look. Yeah, you can see that. This one here, it's not flush to the board. I can stick my cleaning tool through it. You see that? So what I'm going to do is I'll take the solder mask off and solder it directly to the board. We're going to have to pull this one out. There's no turning back from that one. So we'll snip it off there, save lifting the board any further. I've got my glass of water right in the way. I managed to cut my finger open last night, opening a parcel from Mr. Christoffi. Let's take that off. Let's take that bit off. Just got the desoldering tool heated up, which is all wrapped around my camera. So if you thought the Sunday lives weren't planned, these are even worse planned. Right, so let's take the solder off of that one. So the traces just come right off of that. There, that. I think this one's going to be the same. Yeah, it's not. It's not attached to nothing, that one. In fact, the solder's not brilliant either on that. Let's just pop that temperature up on that one a bit. You get the blame for everything, George, yeah? No, you look at that. Can you see that? How about that? Nice! Whoa! To the bone! To the bone! All George's fault. That extra strong sticky tape that he put on it. Did I say hello to Benji? If I didn't, hello Benji. Right. Let's just put a fresh bit of solder on that a minute. Yeah, there ain't a lot of trace left on that one. Yeah, that one's gone as well. So you can see the two bits of track that have lifted there. Let's turn that one off for a minute. Yeah, so that's the two traces. There's our cap, so you can see what I mean about bending the leg. Dog leg, I think you call it, don't you? Something like that. This looks like a new cap. We can test it, can't we? Was it 470 at 16 volts? There's no point changing it again. It's obviously already been changed. Let's ESR it up, see what it says. Yeah, 519. Again, the original cap's 500, so it's gone a little bit high, should be 470. Shall I change it? Let's see what a brand new one measures, shall we? If I can do it without ripping my finger in pieces. Hey Doug, how are you? You're getting the chat but not the video. Hi Paul Collins. What have we got? 470. What sort of voltage is that? 25 volts. Should be more than enough. What's the original one? 12 volts. See the moon and Neptune tonight, apparently, according to my watch. So this is a brand new 470 microfarad at 25 volts. This, I would think, is a new old stock. Someone's had that in their bin for quite some time. That, again, good caps. It says minus 10% plus 50%. Look, I don't know if you can see that. See it, minus 10% plus 50%. So it's intolerance for the cap. Let's try this. These are plus or minus 20, these, I believe. So that's more like it, isn't it? 474. I think I'll trust that one. Plus we want a bit of lead length to play with to see if we can make this a bit nicer. So this is where we get the old fiberglass pencil involved. So stick a glove on while I do this, because I don't want this in me hands. We'll stick 2 on because I certainly don't want it in that cut. And if anyone wants glove recommendations, these things are brilliant. I get them from CPC. They are Aurelia Bold, not as in bold Ed, bold, 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 bold. Is that a bit close for you? Hi Gary, how are you? Yeah, the ESR is fine. ESR is fine. It is. I suspect, George, a reason for that is this one's in a bigger can. This one's only rated at 16 volts. But are you playing devil's advocate, George? Are you? Incidentally, if you've not seen George's latest video, you've got to watch that. So I'm just using the fiberglass pencil then to expose the copper. I mean, if you were really, really keen, you could get some copper repair. What do you call this? It's not board, is it? Film, I suppose. You can actually get repair film. Right. Let's get cotton bud and some isopropyl. Just pick up any of those fibres that might be lurking. There's some on the bench there I can see as well. Just want to get rid of all the old flux on here. As you can see, it's pretty mucky. Look at the state of that. Okay. This is just purely so as we can fire it up. I'm going to stick the my magnifying solder attached there. I'll stick my magnifying spectacles on in a minute and have a closer look at this before it goes back in. That's better. So I'm going to get rid of this fiberglass on the board a minute. You probably can't see that, but I can. Oh no, I would have to be keen for that, George, wouldn't I? Oh, Paul, you need to put your foot down, mate. Say no, you can't go. Mind you, you could always get a place with a bigger workshop area, Paul. That has to be the stipulation, doesn't it, really? Yes, I'll move, but we need to have a bigger place so as I can have a bigger workshop. Well, let's zoom out a little bit because that's probably doing your head in that close. I was just really showing you the tracks. So I think what I'll do next is I'm going to just tin that. Let's just prop that up on there for a minute. So just popped a little bit of flux on there. And remake that joint there, that doesn't look particularly good. Okay. Right, tinned. So let's go back to the front. So our positive is there. So say what I don't know what he was thinking really, because I mean that sits in there perfectly well, and that'll bend down quite nicely. I know it's a bit of a wider gap, but tucking it in tight like that has just caused that to be done. So, and that's put strain on the board, which is probably what's knackered it. Oh well. Let's see, we just need to bend that one over. Stick that one in there, that one in there. So we're going to have to put a bridge across that one. But this one we should be able to bend down so as it follows the contours of the other wire. Hopefully. Like that. Let's just cut that one off. Just make sure we're. So we go that way a little bit. Right, let's see if we can botch this in. Well, let's add a bit of solder into it. Heat it up. There we are. Not the prettiest thing on the planet, but a lot more stable than it was. Right, okay. So here's our other side. We are a little bit away there. So what a nice decent size solder leg. Nice thick one. Big chunky. There we are. Nice chunky one. I think with this one, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tack the end in, and then I'm going to bend the leg actually around that one if I can. Let's see. I'm making this up as I go along, obviously. I don't know why I've still got the gloves on, because they're going to make my hands sweat. And no, it's probably going to be better that way. Okay. Dick Strangler, how you doing, mate? Welcome, welcome. Done these before? Yes, I have done plenty of these, Dick, to be honest. Plenty. As I say, lovely, lovely radio, the Hacker Sovereign RP18. Just off camera, squeezing that in a bit. So I've gone with sort of hockey stick type thing. I don't know if you can see that or not. Let's get you in a bit closer. That's a bit of glare off the light there, but that's the plan. So I think what I'll do is I'll tack that end in first. See if I can get the whole thing to move across. There we are. Just snip the end of that. Let's put a little bit of flux on there. Just finish it off. Done. Right. So as I said, it's going to be a case now of having a good look over it. No, not that one. Not that one even. Let's go that one. Yeah, you know. 5th time lucky. Right. So next then really is having a proper good look over this. I've got to get rid of the flux and rubbish on the back that I've just put on there. Let's give it a bit of isopropyl. You notice my cough and that's getting a bit better, which is good news. It's been lurking around a little bit too long now. There's loads of flux jammed in underneath there, which is not mine. It's original hacker flux, that is, by the looks of it. Right. So the next plan is to get my magnifying specs on and just have a good look over these traces a minute first before we try and fire the thing up. Yeah, there has been lots of soldering. There's one there that's not very nice. So yeah, there's one there that's just not been soldered properly. Let's hit that one a bit more. Only just soldered. I think someone's not had a hot enough iron there. Better. That's that one done. Next. Okay, so there's left the legs a bit long on those. Something over here. Okay, so this one's been changed as well, look, by the looks of it. Looks okay though, but it's not flush with the board again, so it's wobbling about. So let's just stick that one down flush to the board. It's better. Snip those off. Just checking the 5-pin plug sockets in the speaker sockets, because very often they do get a bit of hammer if they get pulled in and out enough times. Bit of solder floating about there. That joint there doesn't look brilliant. That's alright, it's not too bad. Right. Good. I'm happy with that. So I suppose we should have tried it without it on, but then it's going to risk damaging the board, really. Damaging the board, damaging the those broken bits of trace in there. Could possibly risk damaging the output transformers. In fact, transformers? Where's my goat? Where's the goat? Transistors even. Let's get these gloves off because I'm going to stop sweating out. Let's have a look at the chat. How are we doing here? Theo! Hi, Theo. It's flux stick. Tis flux, mate. Oh, sorry. Can't really see that, can you? It's because I'm not on my spot. Like, I should have been on my spot, shouldn't I? Has Spanky contacted you? Yeah, no, I did leave Spanky. I did leave Spanky a message. I did leave Spanky a message, Theo. So he's got my email. So the blue wire is actually purple by the looks of it, Theo. I think Spanky did say he's colourblind. So hi, Paul. Yes, it is a Sovereign RP18. So let's zoom back out a bit, and we'll stick this one back in the radio. So it is an RP18. You can tell that because it's very capacitor heavy. Let's just rest it back on there for now. Don't need. So we'll have a look what it sounds like. Fire it up on the power supply, just see how much current it's drawing. Okay. So use my bench supply. Unravel it. As I say, this is only really supposed to be a quick overview of this radio. We don't really want to do too much work on it yet. But, wow, you never know, do you? Right. Off. Let's turn the power supply off as well. I've really got to get around to doing Doug's clips. Got to get around to doing the clips that Doug sent me. Right. Oh, he says dropping them. Let's hook it up. You got about 3 of those, have you, Paul? Oh, George has opened Spanky as well, is he? Yeah. I mean, if Spanky follows those videos I've done, he will be able to get it apart and get it out. It's really whether he's got the kit to do it, I think, is a lot of the thing. Because once you get inside that module, you've got to be very careful. You can so easily damage that module beyond all repair. Traces are so fine inside it, you've got to be in and out pretty quick with a soldering iron on those. Right, I'm just hooking this up a minute to the power. Behind the scenes. Using Doug's very nice clips. Right, okay, good to go. Right, find the hole. Let's get the current limit just off of 0. 9 volts to each side. Let's go VHF.
Answer that. Guys, do you still get excited going to things like this? Is there anyone that you are genuinely excited to see apart from the hedgehog?
You don't have to answer that, Ruth, if you don't want to. You don't have to answer any of these questions, okay? My client is excited to be here. Let's just leave it at that.
Well, you know, Rob and I went to school together, right? So we sort of revert, I feel anyway, like we're sort of teenagers again.
And before you ask, Nick, no, I wasn't her.
No, but he was a couple of years older than me, and yes, so it's like a little night out for us.
Yeah, we've come out. The car picked me up. We're out where I live, and then we came in and picked up Ruth, and then we've been in the car talking. It's been lovely.
It's been a nice night out, and I tell you who I've seen is Lisa Riley, who I haven't seen for years, and so we had a little catch up on the red carpet. So I'm hoping to see her later.
Lovely.
But see, there's a lot of people I don't know because I'm not very down with the kids.
Right. So the hedgehog, you had no clue.
No idea.
No, you were like, what's
did.
that?
He's got
Sounds all right, to be fair.
Kids, we watch it together. It's very nice entertainment.
It's very weird.
I think everyone's getting a bit cold now, Grimmy, so we might have to let them go.
Get him in.
Freezing.
Go on, let him in. Sinead, you don't move though. But let Rob and Ruth go.
No, I'm staying, don't worry.
Yeah, you stay.
Nice to talk to you, Nick. See you soon.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Ruth.
So plenty of treble. Excuse me, plenty of treble there.
There you go. I don't have to resign. We
No,
got
you
someone.
did it, Sinead. You did it.
BBC.
World need no breaks. Roxanne.
Oh, it's way off tuning. Whoa. We should have classic FM then. There's nothing.
Roxanne, gave you all I had and you tossed it in the trash.
Because on that day, President Truman became the first world leader to recognize the state of Israel.
Palestinians will now have to look at the soon-to-be-released details of what land they've been set aside and what criteria they have to meet to finally get sovereignty over it. The success of the deal now will ultimately depend on their response to it.
Protests are planned in the West Bank and Gaza, with Palestinian leaders saying the proposals are biased against them. The Israeli military has reinforced its presence in the Jordan Valley. From Jerusalem, our Middle East correspondent Tom Bateman sent this report.
There's a bit of buzzing, but that's just a front grill vibrating, so I've got it quite loud.
Palestinians in Gaza burned posters of Donald Trump. Palestine is not for sale, they chanted. Hamas, the militant group that dominates the Strip, called for a new phase of struggle against Israeli occupation, while the internationally recognized Palestinian...
To be fair, that doesn't sound too bad. The dial scale is way off. Way off. It's a couple megabytes out. Megabytes? What? What? So I should think so. It's a couple megahertz out even. Right, what am I saying here? Right, okay. You've never found a schematic that's readable, Paul. There's plenty out there. Yeah, there's no there's no electronics teaching here. Although I did have some basic electronics teaching and radio theory from my amateur radio license back in the day. But again, that's really dealing more with amateur radio kit, although obviously it's the same in theory, but we were mainly dealing with transmitters, that sort of thing, so it's a little bit different. Yeah, I have got one somewhere, Paul, but I do not know what the hell I've done with it. I think Simon must have nipped in the middle of the night, Mr. Simon Spires, and nicked it so as I can't play Greek music. Too many AF117s replaced without retuning. Yeah, I think, to be fair, that I don't know what transistors he's used. I do not know what transistors he's used in this one, but I think the best bet is going to be to get this amplifier out, recap it properly with all new caps, do the quiescent current and the midpoint voltage, make sure that's set up all right, and go from there, because there is capacitors that haven't been done in these boards, but they're not usually too bad, the other two boards. It's the caps in the amp that are majorly important with this one. I don't know why he's done the 470s. I really don't know why he's done those. Never ever had to change one of those. But there you are. So yeah, there's some really old caps in this. The guy wants it absolutely perfect, to be fair, so we're going to have to recap the thing, aren't we? How are we doing for time? 6:15. A 6:15. We got time to recap that. We got time to recap it. Let's get that one out of the way for now. I know it's an old cliche, recapping, blah blah blah. Shouldn't do it. All the rest of it. Well, end of the day, it's for radio of this age. It's a good starting point, to be fair, before you start delving elsewhere. So we've done one. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to go. Is that right? 2, 4, 6, 8, 10 to go. Very capacitor hungry these are. Let's just check C5. Let's go and get the manual a minute while that's warming up. So bear with me. Yeah, we hadn't done that part, Dick. All I did was there was broken traces on that particular capacitor, so before we tested it, I had to get that out and get it done. Right. Let's just go and grab the RP18 manual a minute from the spare room, from my library. I probably still got it in the other room. I haven't put it back yet, if the truth's known. Oh, there we are. First one I looked at that. There we are. No, what it was, Dick, was the traces are both broken on it, and I've just done a repair now on the back of the board. If you rewind later on, you'll see what I'm on about, mate. So I say some of the caps have been done, but they're all going to come out and we'll know exactly where we stand there. Simon! Ah, hey, there he is. How you doing, Simon? You've been in and nicked my FM transmitter so I can't play any Greek music. So, amplifier. It was saying, Paul was saying that he hasn't got a decent manual on this. So if you drop me an email, just remind me, Paul, I'll send it on to you, mate. Paul Taylor Jackson. Okay. So I'm just really having a look. Insert detail added for RP30, polarity of C1 reversed. No. What I want to check is that he's got these right. So C5 250. He's put 220 in there. Yes, he's definitely done that one because I can see where he soldered it. See if that one will test in circuit. I might keep that one in if it's okay. Yeah, I'm going to keep that one in. 237, it's 0.25, I don't know if you can see that or not. So that one can stay. He has changed that one. And it's well within tolerance. So that one's changed as well. Yeah, he's changed that one as well. Change that one as well, so let's try that one. In circuit leaky. So really the only thing that I would say is the base doesn't seem right. I'm trying to see which one is the base. Yeah, so that's C6 and C8 coming off the base pins. C7 and C10. RV1 and RV2 are the bass and treble pots. Hey? RV1 volume control? I tell you, these diagrams are a pain in the neck, aren't they? So obviously RV1 and RV2 are the bass and treble pots, but according to the parts list here, it's the volume control. It's not. Oh, here we go. No, sorry. All right, I'm wrong. RV1 is the treble. RV2 is the bass. So the other issue we've got with these, Theo, brilliant. Thank you, mate. Sorry, I didn't see that pop up. Cheers, Theo. Sime, working on the Volve radio? No, we're not. We're working on a Hacker Sovereign RP18, mate. Let me see. Have I got the RP18 manual on here? It keeps reverting to Yahoo search, which I don't like. Yahoo search. No schematics on the Sovereign RP18 on Radio Museum. That's unusual. I'm just trying to get something up here that you can view. That's all. That's the RP10. No, I've not got anything on the computer. Let's try and get you on the overhead camera then a minute. Thank you very much for that, Theo, by the way. I did say thank you, but thank you again, mate. The last of the big suspenders. Wenlock, how you doing, mate? Right, let's see what I'm looking at here. Okay, yeah, bang on. Just where I want to be. So, he's complaining about the tone on this radio. Just brighten that up a little bit. So this is the treble pot, this is the bass pot. He's changed C8 and he's changed C6, so that one's been changed and that one's been changed. So obviously he thought there was an issue with the bass and treble for changing those. We could squirt some switch cleaner in these anyway. So they've been changed. We've got this one here is obviously connected into that circuit, but then it's adding its bass in at that point. So C7 and C10 are in that circuit as well. We have got this one, R11. Is that the one he's changed, R11? No, so we need to check R11. So to start with then, probably R11, C7 and C10. So let's whip R11 out and check that one first. Horrible thing. So these are these carbon resistors with the end caps on them. So, green, blue, brown. Green, blue, brown. Green, blue, brown. $560. Are we back? Are we back? I had a delay. What's going on? We should still be live, hopefully. We're back. How great a vista. Right, welcome back, Doug. Right, we're all back. I just don't know what's going on with this. It's worked fine, hasn't it, previously? Previous Sundays, we've had no problems at all. We confused the poor thing by going live midweek. The computer just did not like it. Windows 3.1. Windows for work groups. That's what I'm on. Anyway, as I was saying. We've got the dodgy resistor. Well, not dodgy, it might be perfect. But the resistor. So this one should be 560. So this is certainly going to affect the base. It's wrong. 640. No surprise there then, really. So have we got a 560? Yes, we have. As stuff crashes down, so let's have a look. Well, they're not very retro, are they? Nice and blue. See if we've got a carbon one. Nothing there. Ah, no, we haven't. Yeah, we've got some little quarter watt ones down there. Look, stick one of those in. I'm not going to go mad and replace all the resistors in this. I'm just really looking at the tone control circuits. So let's test this one. $580. It's high, but it ain't as high as this one. $640. Right. Let's get myself tidied up here. So that was the first fail then for it. Where's me chat gone? I need to get me iPad in really. Hi Tim, how are you? Yeah, DOS. ThinkPads. Got no video, but you can hear, Dick. You need to reboot possibly then. You have picture, but it's very blocky. Hi Ninja, how are you? GNU Ninja, welcome. Windows 95. Windows 3.1 you need. Windows for work groups. Right, let's pop this resistor in. Keep it retro looking. It's very bright now, isn't it? Let's turn its light off. That might darken it down a bit. Better, right. I need to be putting my extractor on, really. I don't want to be breathing all this lot in. Still got a bit of a cold and a sore throat. Right, so that should help a bit. It wasn't massively out, but it's got a nice new one in there now, as you can see just down there. So, what else did we say was in that circuit? It was C7 and C10. So where are we? Well, there's C10, one of these old aluminium ones. C15 I've done. C10. C9, it's got to be that one there, I reckon. Just have a look in the board layout if it's got one. Don't think there is a board layout on this one. No, there's not. I reckon it's that one and that one. That's C11. Let's have C10 out first. Which is, where are we? Across there. That one. No, not there, it's there, I think. Yeah, there. See, that doesn't want to melt again. It's weird with some of this old solder. You've got to reflow them sometimes to get them to come off the board. I've seen it. The solder almost crystallizes. It goes like a crystalline type. Yeah, it sort of crystallizes. I don't know what happens to it with age, but yeah, we're off now anyway. Let's pull that. So C10, what's that supposed to be? 25 microfarads. So we'll pop a 33 in there. Voltage rating on that's 25 volts. That's only 16, so we need to go higher. So we're going to use a proper radio in there. Let's see, it was 25. Could stick a 22 in there, but let's go higher rather than lower. $33, 25 volts. There we go. Dave Malik, how are you, Dave? Welcome. Welcome, Sim. I don't know who else I've missed. Have I missed anyone else? Just nipped to sort your cooking. AM station engineer, afternoon, how are you? Attacking my lungs out, yeah. It's better, AM station engineer, but still not perfect yet. But getting there, mate. Roll on the summer, that's all I can say. Right, C10 done. Let's have a look and see what C10 was doing then. Was C10 a poorly boy? Or wasn't he? So this is supposed to be 25 microfarads. Place your bets, please. It's reading 38. So he has gone high. And to be fair, it's a good sign if they have gone high that they're leaky. Right, now the other one I was going to check was this one down here, which is there. Oh, that's right where I've just repaired it. Look, typical, isn't it? Typical. It's not a particularly nice joint either, that one. It's that one there, and my nice repair I've got to undo again. Let's give that one a bit of my desoldering gun does not seem to be getting as hot as it should be. Could be Time for a new element soon. Elementary. Let's just try tin in the tip. Yeah, it's just not getting hot enough. Look, it's not actually melting the solder. Yeah, yet another. Yet another element. I'll tell you what, I could heat this up quicker with my soldering iron and solder sucker. That's what we're going to do. I'm messing about with that thing. Whoa. Right, so it's got the worst of it off. So let's see if we can get in there with a solder sucker now. Actually, I made too good a job of that. Right. Come on, get off. Right, 125 microfarads. A 125. I've got this at 125. 150. Too far off, really. We want a 133, really. Something to do a 133? No. What are you going on about, Graham? What are you going on about? It's an awkward size 125, isn't it? I've got a 120. I've got 150. I think I put 150s in these in the past. Got any 150s left? Yeah, we'll stick a 150 in it. I think it's better to go higher than lower. That's actually C13. 16 volts, yeah, 16 volts as well. Hang on. Nearly got that the wrong way round. Actually, what I'll probably do is just tack that one. There we go. Right, so look at that one then. 125. Whoa, 173. That one's gone high. That was C13. Where's C13? Excuse me. Yawning. C13. C13 is in the output stage, driver stage actually. According to this, it should be 100 microfarads. I think they are all 125. Yeah, that one's 125 in that amp. Yeah, okay. So yeah, gone pretty high, that one. Yeah, I just don't know which are original, which are not. I mean, I think that one's been done there, 220. Both of those look like they've been soldered before. That one's measuring okay. This one I can't measure in circuit. So I suppose I'm going to have to pull that one to check it. But it possibly is going back in, this one, so... Yeah, I think we've got an element issue in this one. Come on, heat up. Get the old solder sucker back in. If you don't, get the solder sucker out. C11, 220. Let's have a look. I think this one has been changed, so if it's not far off, it's going back in. .246, that one's good enough. So I think this guy's just had new old stock of these old Phillips caps. That first one was reading a bit high. It can go a bit high with age. See if I can get on quarter minute. Right. This one here next, then C9. See how we're doing on the chat. Resonator! Hey! Welcome, Resonator. So let me catch up with who's in. Patronics, Nick, how are you? Superbike rider Clive, sorry mate, I didn't I did see you pop in there, but you popped in just as I crashed out, didn't you? Good evening to you, Clive. Spanky! Radio destroyer. Nah, you're not, mate. I don't think you've done too much damage to it. At least you haven't just gone in there and ripped everything out, mate. You have been careful with it, so. Hey, Sean, he's been lurking. Working at the bench. Welcome, Sean. Everybody's popping in, look. We're all finishing work now, that's what it is, isn't it? Cody's back from tea time. What have you missed? Yeah, Resonator. Wonderful stuff, mate. Absolutely. I was gobsmacked with that. And I showed the guys. We've got some pictures to show you in a minute of that. So yeah, Resonator very, very kindly sent me out all the way from the USA a lovely Hickok valve tester. Valve, not valve, valve. Or actually, we've got to call it tube tester, haven't we, really, because it's come from the land of tubes. That's another crappy joint there I've just spotted, look. It's on one of those 470 nanofarads. Let's do that one. Done. It's a bit bizarre. It's a blob of solder there. Well, there shouldn't even be a blob of solder. What's going on there? I thought that was a component, but it's not. It's just a blob on the board. Never like to see a blob on the board for no reason. Okay. Right, this one then. Turn my desoldered tool up a bit now. Still no good. What is going on with this desoldering tool? Well, it did seem to work that time, sort of just about. So C9. Cool. This is an 80 UF. Yeah, there is a couple 80s on this board. Well, it was 80. So I normally put an 82 radial back in place of those. If I can find them. No, it's not in that one. It's typical, isn't it? Not in that one. Oh dear. Third time lucky. There we go. 82. What voltage is that? 25 volts. 35 volts. Strange, that one there just doesn't seem to want to sit upright. That's better. Okay, so we've got another 82 there, I think. C14. See if that one will come out. Oh, actually, let's see what this one is first. 82. 80 microfarads, I should say, not 82. 82 is what I'm replacing them with. Could of course put 100 in there, that probably wouldn't make too much difference. It's reading 92, so it's gone high, but not mentally high, to be fair. Wouldn't have made a massive difference. Let's get the next one out. Sounds like my sucker's blocked. Let's give it a rod in. Better. There's something about this old solder, it's just gone really crystally and horrible. I don't know if those of you that work on this old stuff, whether you've noticed that the old solder does sort of go crystalline. Better. Desoldering the wrong one, that's why. No, it's refusing to desolder that one. I've got to do that anyway. So let's use the old good old solder sucker on it. Bear with me with the chat, I'll be there in a second. I can't see at the moment. The beauty of this particular solder sucker is it's got, of course, a lot of solder on that. Bloody hell. That's probably me. So it's got a silicon tip on it. It's also got this little, what would you call that? A little rod, I suppose, that you can clear the tip out with. We're getting there. Right, let's get the worst of it off. Still not free yet. It is now. Didn't want to come off that one at all. Someone's bent the leg in very tight to the board, that's why. So again, this is another 80. I've done that one next because these are on top of the board. On top of the board. On top of my pile, I mean. Hey, we're getting there. We could turn this noisy desoldering station off in a minute. I have got a new fan for it. I just haven't had a chance to put it in yet. Could have done that, couldn't I? I thought I'd let you watch what I was up to. We're getting there. Not many left to go now. Right, this one next. I've already started desoldering this one. Hopefully this one will play ball. No, it's this weird solder again. What is this one then? 40 microfarads. 40. So we'd put a 47 in there, wouldn't we? Okay, got 2 to test actually, haven't we? We're getting there, so that's those 3 done. Everything's done there. So we've only got 3 left. So this one here next then. Actually, let's test these 2 first while we're at it. Let's test these 2 while we're at it, people. How are we doing on the chat? Therapeutic. A bit of saliva, Dick. I've never heard that before. Right, this one is supposed to be 82. 90, so that one's not too bad. It's gone a bit high, but nothing drastic. Sorry, it's supposed to be 80, so it's gone 10 high. And this one's supposed to be 40. Again, 53. Not too bad, but still, they're all out. I mean, the worst thing that's going to be out is these resistors, I expect, but... Okay, so that's the story so far. Just these 3 in this area to do now. Let's catch up with chat a minute. Yeah. Where are we? What did we find that was wrong? We've certainly got some caps that were out. We had the broken trace pull. We had a resistor that had gone high in the base circuit. Lots of stuff. You'll have to rewind, Paul. You'll have to catch up, mate. It's relaxing, is it, Sim? Sim or Sim? Non-performance solder, no lad. The Rolls-Royce jet engine. Yeah, they will have done, George. It's just really trying to hit the ones that are crucial. There are some critical ones. R20 and R19 are critical. We need to check those. But there's not any like drastic caps at the moment. It's got back to this direction. The light on this one's not very good for some reason. I don't know why. Have I got this one zoomed in? Oh, Christ, I have. That's too far out now. Oh well. But it is a better picture now. But you got all my rubbish in the background. Let's turn that up so you can't see all my crap. That's a technical term, crap, obviously. Right. Onwards and upwards. Where are we? There and there. Let's get those out. Bit of singed skin there again. There's something crawling along my workbench now. Tell you what, I think this desoldering tool, I think it's the solder on the board. It's just not it's not heating up very well at all. So where are we? We're there and there. Again, we got the jet engine in the background for George, especially. Ow. He's a hot one. Once again, they bent the leg of that one. Get out, you little monkey. They bent the legs really, really sharp to the board, which doesn't help. There we go. That should come out now. C7. Another 25. Let's just chuck another 33 in there. That's just one of those higher voltage ones, isn't it? It's 25 volts. We'll stick a radio back in there. Volt, not 16. 16, I've got some 30 volts in here somewhere. 25 volt, there we go. I'll have to get some higher voltage 33 UF axials, won't I? Right. Slap that one back in. What's that one there? It's a bit blobby. Let's sort that out. Better. So let's see if that one was any good. 25. .25 microfarad. Oh, hello. .32. So again, gone high, but not mentally high. Next one is in there. Let's just go with the reheat straight off now. So I'm messing about trying to use the desoldering tool that's obviously not liking these. And this is more affordable for people. So I always used to do it before I got the desoldering station. We've done a number on the legs on these things. What's this one then? Another 25 microfarad. Another 33 going in. Make sure we're getting the right way round. Straighten them up a bit. One to go. Sure which one that is. It's over that one. That one or that one. It's that one, I think. No, it's not. It's right first time. Come on, Graham. Back in the room. Thank you whoever rang me. Hey, Mike Atlantis, afternoon, how are you? Silent movie, Windows 3.1. Always the same, innit? Right, what was I saying? So this one says 50 in the circuit diagram, but it's got 64 in it. So it says 50, it's got 64. What should we put in there? 50, 64, 68. Let's put a 68 in it. Let's put a 68 in it. Pop a 68. Apologies for the lack of sound there, but that's me rabbiting on too long on Sunday. I run my batteries down. I have got a rechargeable one which I've just popped in now, but didn't have that in just now. Right. There we are. I believe that is fully recapped. Snip the legs off. And use one of those because we're going to do the quiescent current on this one. So we need to link the input to ground. And I am running out of time. Got about half an hour, so I'm motoring now. So the input is pin 4, so we need to stick pin 4 to ground, which is there. So I'm just going to solder a link across for now. And that'll be this amp pretty much done, apart from possibly checking some of the other resistors. But we'll see how the quiescent current comes out first. Okay, so that's that done. I need to snip the link. Let's hope we don't have to move this thing. I expect we will have to, but I'm just wondering while we're in here, whether we'll just pull out R20 and R19 a minute, just have a look. We could test them in circuit, but I don't think. Let's pull them a minute. Let's check the chat while that's warming up. Right, how are we doing? Anybody else in that I haven't said hello to? I'm hitting the gym soon. Yeah. Cheers, Dick. Thanks for joining us, mate. Right. Let's get back and I'm just going to pop these two out because they're quite critical. Let's have a look at these last two caps on the ESR meter while we're waiting for this desoldering tool to come up to temperature. So we've got 64. .64 microfarads. 86. That one's gone a bit high. Because these are all going to affect the sound quality. So this is 25. 36. So again, gone pretty high for a low value. Okay. Oh, just throwing this component tester around. Get off. Excuse me. Okay, so yeah, I'm taking out R19 and R20. They're right on the output stage. And they're fairly critical for the center point voltage. They're 1.8 ohms they should be. And they are is it low tolerance? Yeah, so that they're I think they're 5% or 2% gold band on them. There they are. So I say these are supposed to be 1.8. So let's have a look, see what they are. Oh, there's the best. There's the best. There we go. .6. Again, these are supposed to be identical. Nearly 3. They've got to go. And I took them out. I don't know how well you can see. So they've come out from down in behind. You see that? It's difficult because that aluminium shield's in the way, but they've come out from in here, in behind. You can see the holes there that I've desoldered them from. Difficult to show. You can just see R20 there, and the other one's R19. So they are critical in this particular circuit. Let's get them done. I want to say they are 1.8, didn't I? Now I've got some specific ones for that because they're higher wattage as well. I think they're 1 watt. Isn't high by today's standards, is it? But there we go. So these are over the top. I've got some others open, but I can't find them off the top of my head. So these are 1.8, 5% tolerance, 2 watts. So I think the original ones are watt, because they are bigger than the other ones. Let's get back on there. So we've got 2 of those, and they should be, famous last words in it, these should be pretty accurate. Should certainly be pretty close together, hopefully. Let's just check it, shall we, just in case. So it should be 1.8. 1.92. 1.89888. 89. 1.89 and 1.9. That's good enough, isn't it? That is good enough. They're a devil to get in there because there's blimmin' aluminium heat sink. Come on, Graham. You can do it. That thermistor's getting a bit flaky as well. Always pays to change these old carbon resistors if you can. Okay. I did one board where I changed a lot of them. Oh, I had it in there then. You had it in there and it all failed. There we go. There. Right. Let's get her soldered up. Okay. Chunky old legs on these as well. Probably one of those might go back in. Save one of those. Go back in to replace our test point thingy. Right, so we've got the input to ground. We've got that open, so we need to get some multimeters down now. Let me think. The fluke. Okay. And now I need to get myself clear. Clear the decks, people. Let's have a quick look at the chat while I'm here a minute, very quickly. SMD, someone loves SMD, Petronics loves it. Microscope, I think really if you are doing a lot of SMD and you're looking at some of the really small series components, you do need a microscope without a doubt. Soda paste and hot air, yeah. I've got a hot air station. Flat cap baseball. Spot welding. That's a bit mad, isn't it? Right, okay. Let's crack on. I'm up with the chat, I think. Let's get rid of me for a minute. I need to get everything sorted. Let's get my tools packed away again. Oh God, my sucker is rammed. So I'm going to use the ramming tool on it. I can go out the way now. I've got a lighter down there. Stuff everywhere again, as always. Right. Well, I'm just setting up now to do the quiescent current and the midpoint voltage. It's looking quite bright again, isn't it? Just darken that down a bit. Right. Right, that's 1 meter. Let's get that one out the way. That one out the way. It's another meter. hookups. Right, let's grab the case back up. Let's pop its amplifier back in. Actually, I'll stick it out there because it's going to be easier to get on the adjustment points with it out. So with that one there, that horrible slidey thing. Right. The slidey thing is a wire wound. That doesn't sound right, does it? Wire wound resistor. And if you move them very often, you'll actually ruin the thing altogether. Just right. It just doesn't want to stay straight, does it? Stay there. Monkey right. Come around this way for this one. So I'm just connecting up power again. Let's zoom you out a bit so you can see what's going on. See the complete mess that is my bench now. Okay. Right. Can I snip a lead onto there? I wonder. It'd be nice if I could, wouldn't it? Not a chance. I should have left one of those legs a bit long, shouldn't I, really? Oh well. Right, I'm just going to connect up my meters. That's that one. No, it's not. I want to change these probes, really. They're a bit of a pain. They're not much better. These are really good fluke probes, but right, so that one should be able to get in there, onto there. Yeah, that's okay. Right, this one, let's just get this the right way around. So I need to be on milliamps. Rubbish lead. So what I'm doing, I have already explained it once, but I'm setting up for the quiescent current and the midpoint voltage readings or adjustments really. I'm going to sort of try and get it so you can see what I'm up to, which is really difficult. Try to get the meters in the shot and the adjustment as well. I've done it in the past. I think I can probably do it with the overhead camera at a stretch. Let's have a look at the overhead camera. Yeah, that's looking all right actually. Okay, all right, okay, that's looking all right. Let's try that other meter instead, because the fluke probes are not doing very well at the moment for this exercise. Okay, so what I'm going to do is just zoom in on these 2 meters. So bear with me. Actually, let's switch you to the overhead camera, so I don't make you dizzy while I'm doing this. Yeah, I think that's good. I think you can see that. Let's just make that picture-in-picture a bit bigger. We need to perhaps move. So bear with me, I'm just assing around with the cameras, that's too bright. Right, okay, let's make that picture-in-picture a bit bigger. Bit too. Too big. Too big. Actually, if I stick it over that side. There we go. There we go. We're in. We're in. Right, so let me get my manual out, unless I've buried it somewhere. Oh no, I'm rolling over it with my chair. Hey, how about that? 3 pictures all at once. It's going to crash. She'll crash. Right. So all I'm doing now, just checking. I'm just checking the procedure. Okay, speaker or output meter connected. Yes, we got that. Short circuit, yeah, done that. Connect the milliamp meter between the test link terminals. Having first cut the link wire, we've done that. Connect the meters, blah, blah, blah. Yes, yes, yes. Adjust RV4 for quiescent current, RV3 for midpoint voltage. We don't want to check test sheet RV4 if we can help it. So RV4 should be 4 milliamps. So we should have 4 milliamps on this meter. So let's pop this one on to milliamps. This one's on DC volts on the 20 volt range. So we're looking for 8.85 on this one in a minute and 4 on this one. So let's pop the power on. Okay, so straight away look, our midpoint voltage is way too high, so it means we're going to have to slide that nasty slider thing across. I don't like that. I don't like that thing. So the best way to do that is to pop the power back off and try and grab hold of it and move it about a bit first. So it's this one here. This is RV. So it's not moving at all. Lemon thing. I just hope you can tell if this does go wrong because you will not be able to adjust the quiescent current if you damage it. So just let me get in here a minute. So I'm just going to try and, because they've sealed it with varnish. So let's put a bit of isopropyl on it. Put a bit of isopropyl on there. Hi Jess, how are you? Tuesday evening, I know. Unheard of. I'm working overtime today. Okay, so I'm hoping that's that we've loosened it up a little bit. Let's see if we can give it a wiggle. Of course, somebody might have. Yeah, God, it's not going to go, is it? See, that should basically slide along this bar, but I don't know whether someone's glued it. Certainly there's some nail varnish on there. I'm getting it moving a little bit, but not a lot. I think the isopropyl's loosened it a fraction, but not a lot. Let's just try that again. That's now showing 10 lut. Yeah, these are not nice, these adjusters. Whee! I moved it. Right. Let's try that. Now we've got nothing, so this is the point where you start to get worried. Let's get a bit of switch cleaner on it. because very often as soon as you move these, you'll break it basically. Sounds like I've got to sort these dogs out and give them a telling off, I think. Let's check that. Nope. $14. Where's my poking stick? Just put it down. So it needs to go back that way a bit. No, see, I reckon there's a break in that. No, it might just be dirty actually. So 9, can you see that yet? 9. Getting there, 7. Five. Oops, excuse me. Oh, gone a bit far there. Yeah, it's gone a bit too far. Let's give it a wiggle. 5.5. 5.4, we're getting there. 5. Give it a wiggle. 4.2. Now, to be fair, that for one of these bar resistors, wire wound thing, that's pretty good. That's about as good as you're going to get. Right, let's check the midpoint voltage then. So we're now looking at this meter. So we're going down on the resistor junction down there. That should be 8.85, so slightly high. So the first thing to do is to give that that resistor track a bit of a squirt of switch cleaner. And find a non-metallic tool, although you can use a metallic one on those, but non-metallic's better. Less likely to short out. So I'm just going to give that a little tweak. Let's turn it off again. So I'm just giving that a little bit of a work just to clean the tip of it. Right, let's go in again. See what the voltage is now. So it's 10. So let's just get in there and adjust that. So we're looking for 8.85. 8.85. And we're on a just over 4 on the quiescent current, so we can just move that a fraction. There we are. Double check that midpoint voltage again now that I've moved it. 8.88, so just a fraction. So they are interactive. If you touch one, you'll find that the other one will change slightly. There you go. 8.85, and that's me moving it. I'll tell you what, these wire wound resistors are a pain in the neck. So is my meter. 3.9, oh, that's pretty good, isn't it? Don't breathe too heavy on it. Really, that needs to come out, and some other sort of pot put in there. If anyone's got any suggestions for replacing those, I would appreciate that. There we are. Look at that then. Look at the camera work on me. Yes. There we are. Sorted. So let's get it put back together and see how it works. Gonna move me back now. Just move me back. I just moved me back. I moved me back. What's going on? I bet I know. I got too many overlays on there now. That was overlay 3 on overlay 2. There we go. There we are. Back up in the corner. Right, so let's get this done because it's time for me to go. So let's get cracking. Let's get a cracking. Get these meters out of the way. Yeah, Mrs. Cruncher will be on her way home as we speak. And I haven't done tea yet, so I'm going to be in trouble because of you lot, because of me, really. It's all my fault. Always is all my fault. Okay, so just for quickness, I'm just going to solder that back together. Oh, there she is, look. Bear with me, people. Look out, the boss is ringing. Wow, that was the boss. So all I've just done there quickly is just solder back together that. I've also got to take the link back out the bottom there. You can't see what I'm doing there, can you? I zoomed in too close. So I've got to pop the link back out from underneath here. If it will come out, there we go. Bro. So we are good to go. Ready to fire it up. Evening, Derek, how are you? Hey Chris, Secret Gathering, come on in, mate. I'm just about to go, but no, I am literally going to go very shortly. Right. This is it then. This is the $1,000,000 question. Will this still work?
Most of the companies that we've been looking at in this space are absolutely involved in prevention of crime, in detecting crime, and so on. So yes, it does sound like, so long as you can say, look, this is all about stopping crime, you're okay to go.
Well, it's not all about that, because the one issue, of course, and the significant issue which flows through, is that it has to be proportionate. You can deploy measures to stop crime, but they may be disproportionate. And so it isn't quite as simple as that.
No, absolutely not. Well, I mean, they're not going to be happy.
The need to be loved.
It was reflecting on the level of excitement of first, that innocence of first discovering such great music.
Yeah. Have you played it in the club?
Sounds beautiful, doesn't it?
How does it feel?
Good. I played it at Panorama Bar, and it really went down well. To have that
recorded.
And I grow faint.
Christ.
There's the new Warehouse project is undoubtedly one of the great venues in the world ever, and I was just so thrilled at how they'd made it bigger and it was better.
Well, we've definitely got nothing on 100 megs where it should be. Let's just have a quick look at the adjustments for that a minute. FM alignment. Right. Aerial oscillator first IF. So the aerial and oscillator are these two. Let's just see if I can pull that in. That's the oscillator.
Eating well and having confidence in our bodies.
Make 2020 your year with BBC Sounds. Download the free app to listen.
Okay. Can't move those. There we are. Classic FM. BBC One now on 97. You can't really see the top of the radio, can you? But
Last week's infatuation, Gregory Porter, and that is Revival. It's 8:20, which means, as it's Tuesday night, it's time for Changing Tracks. This is where one of you lot listening right now gets in touch. That song means something.
bang on. Job done. Job done, people. Right. Let's put this beastie back together. And I can call it a night. And let the owner know that he's got a video to watch. Hopefully, that has sorted that for him. Certainly was a few things wrong. Quiescent current was too high. I mean, really, that's not going to be a major problem. It probably drained his batteries a bit quicker. And it was put a bit of strain on the output transistors, but they seem okay. Midpoint voltage was a little bit high. Again, that's probably tallied with the quiescent current being high. Apart from that, the guy that's done the transistors and that seems to have done a good job on it. I can't really see what transistors he's put in there. Right, let's just tighten those up. Must get myself some little tiny BA spanners. Let's see what my sockets will fit. It's possibly about 7, is it? Yeah, 7mm socket will do it nicely. There we go. Right, that's that in, that done, that done. No bits left over, just resistors and capacitors and broken solder trace parts. So let's grab, if I can find a couple. PP. We seem to be short of PP9s for some reason. Well, I'm not short, I've got a load of them, but they're all buried deep. Let's shut it up and get the full effect with the back turned. Oh, hang on, I've got to make sure I got my probe in the right place. 8.9, 9.8. Typical, isn't it? What's that one there? No. It's my one with a busted off top in it. What's that one read? 9.3, 0.9, 9.8. £6.25, look, someone's put on that. Jeez. Right, apologies, I'm not really looking at the chat for a second. I'm just going to give this a final test. .8, so that one was 9.8 as well, wasn't it? Just making sure the batteries are matched. Not critical, I don't suppose, but you can have it where one will drain the other. Always best to change your batteries in pairs, people. So what I want to do is just put this back together and see, that's a bit loose, that one there. So you have to give that one a little tweak. You be careful with these as well, because you can squash them too much. Here we go then, finale, the finale, the final frontier. So if anyone wanted to do a super chat, now's the time, because I'm going to be going very soon. So if you've appreciated that tonight, and if you think that's a good format, you need to let me know. If you want me to pop on Impromptu again, then I may well do, if you want me to. If you want me to. Yeah, they were only £3 something in Wilco's, George, weren't they? I don't know where that one came from. I think that one was given to me, actually. I think Rolf gave me that when he came down last with the radio with it in. He said, I don't need that because I use it on mains, so you can have it. Yeah, so let me know if you would in the comments of the video when it uploads, if you want me to carry on doing impromptu videos like that, or whether you just want me to sort off and only come on Sundays. Thanks very much, Theo. You reckon Andrew Alsford is the hi-fi guy? It's only because he's not in here, George. Right. So let's pop the aerial back up. And nothing works. It's probably because of that stupid battery connector. Yeah. These old copper battery connectors are very nice, but they're a pain in the neck. Again, they have changed the style of these batteries over the years. They've got gradually larger in size, and the terminals are different on them. think we say classic FMs there now.
You're lying, so stop with your crying. I can't handle it now.
Out Worrell, but he has his back to goal. He's got away there from 3 shots and managed to keep his side in possession, but they are inside their own half of the field with Brisley again. Centre circle, wants to float it out towards Amu on the right hand side. It's well marshalled by Dickinson, but Amu will get another go at it.
In South Wales, been a wrongful arrest. Edbridge's legal case continues, as does South Wales Police use of facial recognition. The force is soon to trial it on cameras mounted on officers' uniforms. And as
a little bit of the latest gossip. So Emma, what do we need to know? What do we need to know?
Oh, it's very glitzy and glamorous, and I've held back on the wine just for you, Joe, so that I would be articulate this evening. Everyone is here from the world of telly. Ricky Gervais is here, Caitlyn Jenner.
We never ID'd them, so you never know. But you can say with certainty ATAP.
what do you make of that? Did that seem a high?
Over me, how long can a love remain? Moves you to the home. Moves you.
There we go, people. Another RP18 Hacker Sovereign sorted. Right, let's get back on my ugly mug then. That's it for now, people. Hope you've enjoyed that tonight. As I say, was a bit of an impromptu. I don't know how we've done today. Let's have a look, see how many people were in. Let's pause my picture-in-picture. Let's go. Yeah, there we go. I seem to have got the chat in 2 places now, which is bizarre. Only £2 chat revenue. You kind of liked it that much. Let's have a look then. Yeah, we're in the 50s. It's not bad for a midweek stream. Pretty good. Cheers, Chris. Thanks, Stephen. Yes, I think we're peaking about 51, aren't we? In about the middle, in about the middle. So it's sort of a slow, and there's a big drop there. Look, when I crashed, gradually easing off. So Theo Bovril, man of the night, last of the big suspenders. Thank you very much, Theo, for your contribution. Appreciate it, mate. Appreciate it. Right. Let's get back on the chat. So, okay, who we got then? They changed the metric from Imperial. No, a 7mm just fits it, George. God, you're so critical, George, aren't you? It is good bass, Doug. It does sound really good, really good. Retrotech ferret. Looks wider than a barn door on the dial. Yeah, it's the AFC. It's not got a separate AFC, George. It's all done on the circuit boards, and there's no AFC button on these, so it only pulls in the bigger stuff. Cheers, Sean. Good to have you on board, mate. Catch you soon. Cheers, Stephen. Chris is on his way. Cheers, Chris. Thanks, Derek. Thanks, Spanky. No teammate. No, I know. I got to get down. She's literally is on the way home now. She'll be home in probably about 15 minutes. So I need to get my ass downstairs and crack on. Teasing the dogs. Yeah, they might have had the chicken off the side, actually. David Roberts. Sorry, I missed you there, David. Thanks, mate. So that's about it from me, people. Cheers. I hope you enjoyed that. A bit of an impromptu live stream. I may do it again. It's easier for me to do it like that than it is to try and record a video, edit it, and get it out there. So if I've got something like this as a one-off just to do, then I'll do it. So cheers, everybody. Catch you soon. Bye for now. If I can get myself sorted, that is. Catch you soon, all.